Man, what's good with the collective? Y'all know we back with another banger, another reaction. I appreciate everybody who been tapping in, running up, and subbing up. If you new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop them uploads. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos every smooth 7, and this is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, helps collective grow, helps collective get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. But shout out to the collective. If you haven't subbed up, you watching on your TV or whatever the case is, I appreciate you as well. I hope you having a smooth 7. It's an early one, and y'all can probably hear it in my voice. I've been congested too, but I just want to go ahead and say we should pat ourselves on the back, collective. Anybody watching, we should pat ourselves on the back. For them to go ahead and ban an app, when have they ever moved this swiftly? We've never really had this much communication. We never had this much information, whether it want to be misinformation, whether it want to be facts. We never had the opportunity to search this deep down any rabbit hole we wanted, whether that's their plan, whether that's not their plan. I think we should pat ourselves on the back. Our communication from all the content creators, from TikTok to YouTube to Instagram, we all been pushing a movement, and everybody been on the same wave. Consciousness is waking up. That's all I can say. So I appreciate everybody. I hope y'all having a smooth 7. Now is the time to keep your energy up. Vibrate high, don't slip, don't stop, cause see, they retreating. They tripping out over one app when there's real life issues going on. So pat ourselves on the back, man. We making some type of movement, making some type of positive change. In my opinion, y'all let me know if y'all agree or if y'all disagree. But everybody, if you facing something, man, pick that head up, cause your crown gonna fall when you looking at the ground. That's all I'm gonna say. We all powerful when we together, not divided. So shout out to everybody in the world. Prayers to everybody. I hope everybody's good. I hope we all having a smooth 7. Shout out to the collective again. I love y'all. And y'all know how we rocking. Today we got a good lineup. I ain't gonna hold you. Y'all know what it is. Let's get straight to the video, man. Let's go.
Supreme Court just upheld the ban on TikTok, and here's something that nobody is talking about that I would like to share with you. There is 3 branches of the United States federal government: legislative, executive, and judicial. The TikTok ban went almost unanimously through the legislative branch, which is Congress and the Senate. Then it skated right on over to President Biden's desk, executive branch, and he signed it into law. Then the ban went all the way through the court system, all the way up to the highest court in the land of the United States of America, the Supreme Court, and they upheld the ban. Now, I agree. It is damn sad that 7 million people just got laid off. I'm sad for myself, I'm sad for future creators, and I'm sad for the millions of small businesses out there who rely on this app to make a living. But the saddest part of this entire thing is that the United States government just looked its people square in the face, right in the eyeballs, and said, your voice doesn't matter, and it never did. They sell you the American dream. They sell you the freedoms that you think you have, and then they turn around, they strip you from them, and they said there's not a thing that you can do about it. Fascist countries ban apps. And for all the people who are about to hop on here and say, if you don't like it, move, you. I love this country and I love the people in it, and that's why I'm fighting so hard to keep this mother free. In 2 years, vote your ass off. Democracy and the American dream has just fallen. It's up to you and me to take it back. Oh, it's a threat to our national security. No, it's not. You want me to tell you how the I know? Because that would imply that the federal government actually gives a flying about you, and they don't, and I can prove it. If they did, people wouldn't die because they can't afford health insurance. If they cared, kids wouldn't get in their classrooms. If they gave one single shit, they'd stop sending billions of dollars to foreign countries, while 32,000 American veterans who fought for this country and its freedoms don't have a pot to piss in. They never cared about you. They're scared of you. They're scared of what you and me can do together. And you know what? They should be. It was never about national security. If there's one thing that you can take away from this whole debacle, it's that they never gave a about you. Right wing, left wing, same bird. It's you versus them.
we sent all that money to Ukraine. All that money to Ukraine, man. Right wing, left wing, same bird. I've been saying that so many times, and I've dealt with so much heat in the comments for saying that, because some people choose the red or they choose the blue. Like he said, they all working together. I really believe that, but I respect you if you believe otherwise. If you chose one or the other, I respect you. We don't gotta be at war.
Aliens exist and President Trump knows about it. That's according to Israel's former space security chief. In an interview with an Israeli newspaper, he said the aliens have been waiting until today for humanity to develop and reach a stage where we will understand in general what space and spaceships are. NBC News chief global correspondent Bill Neely explains this one.
Hi, Alison. Well, this is quite a story, and it comes from the man who headed Israel's space security program for nearly 30 years. Iamqueheff is making the extraordinary claim that the United States and Israel have been in contact with a group of aliens for years. Not immigrants, but extraterrestrials. He has called them the Galactic Federation of Aliens, and he says President Trump is aware of the existence of these aliens and had been on the verge of revealing their secrets, he claims, but was asked not to do so by the Federation in order to prevent what he calls mass hysteria. Well, the retired general says the US and Israel have kept it from the public because, quotes, humanity isn't ready and the aliens don't want to reveal themselves until humanity can evolve, he says, and understand what space really is. Well, the good news is that he claims an agreement has been reached between the US government and the aliens, a contract to do experiments here. There's also, he says, a secret underground base on Mars where there are American and alien representatives.
I mean, this is a groundbreaking story. We've been seeing, sort of photos over the last few years, definitely started backing up a lot of what we're hearing. But perhaps this is the biggest story of your career. I know it's been a long journey getting to this point. Can you lay out this investigation and really the most shocking findings?
It's funny, Don, I'll actually attribute something to you. One of the reasons I got my curiosity twigged about this story was because of an interview you did with your dad before the last election where he ran for president. And I think you actually asked him about Roswell, and he indicated at the time that he knew something, but he didn't go any further. And it made it very, very clear to me that whatever your dad knew, he hadn't been given the full story, because by that stage I knew about the retrieval program. And I think the most disturbing implications of this, and we explore this at 8 p.m. Eastern time on Saturday night in the News Nation story, what we will be doing is revealing how presidents haven't been told this. Congress hasn't been told this. It's been withheld from the public's knowledge. And to some degree, allegations of a covert group of people, if you like, a deep state, essentially doing things outside of congressional scrutiny, it's real. It's damn real, and it's quite scary.
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely one of the biggest stories ever. I know, that was during, right before the 2020 election, and I asked him that question because it literally was, to me, that was more important than, who the shooter on the grassy knoll was. Like, is there other life? Yeah, he definitely gave me a little bit of a look like, maybe we'll get to this later, but I don't know if it was enough for what people want to hear. But, that doesn't surprise me. We've seen so much of that where, whether it's my father or I'm sure Joe Biden or other presidents, that deep state sort of gives someone enough information, to get the answer that they want, but not all of the information to get the answer that perhaps that person would actually give if they actually had all of that information. So, that's pretty fundamental. And it's sort of strange, again, that the unelected bureaucrats have this kind of information, but we don't even have the ability to decide whether it's something that should perhaps be made clear to the public or others.
Well, in this case, we're going to make it very clear, Don. Basically, the public has been lied to. I'm shocked as a journalist that the mainstream media have failed in the main. They've allowed themselves to be led by the nose by people in the national security state, the different intelligence agencies that have frankly misled and lied the public for years. And what we're revealing is first-hand evidence from people who are top-level trained Tier 1 military operatives, patriots, Men who love their country with a passion, but who understand also that there's an accountability problem here, that there are faceless people inside the national security bureaucracy who have taken it upon themselves to conduct the expenditure of possibly billions, if not trillions of dollars on a covert program that is being deliberately concealed from Congress. And having spoken to people, I'd love to hear one day what your dad would say about this and how much he's actually been told, because I know he's been partially briefed, partially read into the UAP program, and I'm not inviting you to comment about that, but I'd love to know what successive presidents would say about what they've been told, because I think even the commanders-in-chief over the years have been lied to about this. And I think there's a pretext that goes right back to the 1950s to justify the secrecy.
So I'm gonna ask this. I asked this early on in the channel. This one I wasn't being as mindful of everyone who comes to this channel. So if he says the presidents have not been briefed on everything and they don't know everything behind what's going on, who really pulling the strings? Who really controlling shit? If they not even briefed, who's briefing them? If somebody's briefing them, that means somebody's a higher status than them and knows more information than them, correct? If somebody knows more information than you and they have to brief you, that means they technically are the most powerful or has more power, because they telling you, they leading you, they giving you the information. Information is not, knowledge is power. If they got the knowledge and they're briefing you, then they hold the true power. Who is they? Who are the people who are giving him the knowledge? Who's briefing him? If that's facts. If it's cap, throw it all out the window. But if it's facts, who's more powerful then? Who's controlling it? Who's pulling the strings? Who's considered the puppet if you really look deep enough at that point, if that was true? I'm just asking, just questions, just to start up a conversation. We're going to keep this rolling. So y'all let me know, spam it up, and enlighten me on y'all answer. I'm curious, because I'm starting to say it's maybe the royal families. That's what I'm going to go ahead and say. Or it could get even deeper than that. But y'all let me know what y'all feeling.
For anybody that didn't know, in 1582, Pope Gregory XIII changed the calendar to a Gregorian calendar. Originally, the new year started in April, and the Gregorian calendar started it in January 1st. For hundreds of years before this occurrence happened, it was a 13-month calendar, based on the cycles of the moon. It doesn't make sense that January would be the start of the new year, when in the spring, April, is when everything starts to blossom and grow. In Ethiopia, they're in the year 2017. Yeah, you heard me correctly. And us, we're going into 2025. The only reason is because they still follow the 13th month calendar. It's also important to mention that the first Bible in Africa came from Ethiopia. And that whole stigma about April 1st being April Fools ties into this. Me personally, I believe that the new year starts in April around that time, because this is hibernation time. This is get in your crib and run for cover. You could feel the changes in life. You could feel a new spark once spring starts coming around. We're on a biological clock and people seem to forget that. Question everything.
Talk your shit.
In his words, not my words, his words, he wanted to conduct the largest attack in the U.S. since 9/11. So what I would say to the American people is that when you think these things are happening half a world away, it's like that little inscription on your mirror in your car. Objects in the mirror are closer than they appear. Chinese government's pre-positioning on American civilian critical infrastructure to lie in wait on those networks, to be in a position to wreak havoc. Things like water treatment plants. We're talking about transportation systems. We're talking about targeting of our energy sector, the electric grid, natural gas pipelines. And recently, we've seen targeting of our telecommunications system.
So there you have it, you guys. That was FBI Director Ray. And like I said, this just coming out in...
Over some of the things that I heard in this meeting. It's very diabolical. All the perpetrators of this event are here. They're building up from a planned disaster by the use of directed energy weapons, which you can hear that interview in full by Googling the plan to burn up Northern California. And of course,
this is on your site, stopthecrime.net.
Yes, and I am, of course, M. Deborah Taveras, and I do run the website stopthecrime.net, where you can find that plan to burn up Northern California.
What the hell? Looks like a freaking battle. Whoa! Welcome to Las Vegas.
That shit is crazy. What y'all think going on there?
Take a really, really close look at that, and I'm going to zoom in for you. When they returned to New Zealand, these flights proved the inland areas to be features of the character with a dome 13,000 feet high at about latitude 80 degrees south, longitude 90 degrees east. Now, if this doesn't make sense to you, let me show you with an image of what a flat earth map would look like. Now, this is what a latitude 80 degrees south would look like on a flat earth map. As you can see, the dome comes down closer to you over the wall, which will be about 13,000 feet. Now, if you go back out into the center of the earth, or up to the North Pole, and try to go up to the firmament with a little bit of calculation, it's going to show that it's about 385,500 feet away. It's really, really simple, folks. Now, if you're not familiar with any of this,
y'all know what I'm about to say, right? Spam up flat earth. If you believe in it, bro, spam it up. If you don't, hey, respect to you. No judgment. We don't gotta be at odds. I respect it. But I still gotta roll with the flat earth, because NASA didn't tell us that. I don't believe shit NASA say. Let's just say that for the record. For anybody new, I don't believe nothing NASA say, bro. And as far as I'm concerned, it's flat. It's flat, bro. God put us in a dome. There's Agartha, there's inner earth, there's, y'all get what I'm going with. Ice walls, all that, but this a dome, bro. Spam it up, flat earth if you agreeing with me.
Oh, yo, there's a recent Mandela effect. Yeah. Back in the day, everybody remembers dog poo being white. Do you remember that or no? No. You don't remember seeing like white poo?
Nah, I don't think so.
What the f? You're outside, bro?
Yeah, it was.
Really?
Like white.
Yeah, like it's whitish.
Nah, you're gaslighting me.
No, bro, I'm straight up not gaslighting. A lot of people, they remember seeing white dog poo when they were kids, but nowadays, extinct. Like, you never see it. I haven't seen a white dog poo.
Is that because, like...
since I was, like, 6 years old.
Okay, but maybe just because the food back then less...
That's what people are saying.
Less processed or something like that.
Yeah, there's a lot less calcium now.
Yeah.
That makes the dog poo white.
Some people are telling me they have, like, super green poos, and they're like, that's normal, actually. That's not normal.
No, it is normal.
Green poo? I was like, no, that's bad.
Nah. If you eat vegetables, it's green.
I guess.
Bro, does not eat vegetables, man.
Hey, I thought if it was white, it was because it was in the sun too long.
Yeah.
Oi. Damn, some of them shits, bro.
Transcript of a wiretap on her phone in LA where she was threatening Bobby Kennedy and a man named Rothberg, who's an art dealer, saying she was going to hold a press conference to tell the whole world what Jack Kennedy had told her about the objects from outer space from the 1940s found in New Mexico, etc. And before she could do that, and she was going to do it because they had backed off of their relationship and she felt jilted, and she thought she would just put that out there, and before they could, they killed her. Now, Burger close to Marilyn Monroe, and he wanted to know how Marilyn Monroe died. So I gave her the document where it's a transcript the day before they found her dead. They wet worked her and killed her. So she was going to hold a press conference to tell the world about what Jack Kennedy told her during Teletalk about the ET issue. So I have that document. It's top secret. It has not been declassified, and I've published it in my book.
I want to hear it.
Dumbass drones, they're burying this right now.
We will go to the full extent.
Depending how far this goes, we will go to the extent of cutting off their energy, going down to Michigan, going down to New York State, and over to Wisconsin. This fight is coming 100% on January the 20th. Canadians get hurt, but I can assure you one thing, the Americans are going to feel the pain as well.
Nobody actually cares about Canada, but the question is, who did they just inspire with that threat? China. Because ironically, they manufacture all of our transformers that powers the entire power grid. And this TED Talk warned us a long time ago what that would look like.
Imagine what that's like. You walk outside, you turn on your phone, there's no signal. You turn on the faucet, no water. You turn on the fridge, no refrigeration, your food starts to spoil. You walk outside, cars pile up, no street lights. Within 3 to 5 days, the food is gone from the grocery stores. And the trucks that the city counts on to resupply that food aren't coming. The sewage system starts to overflow and contaminates what remains of the water supply. Societal order starts to break down. The emergency responders have now left their positions like many did during Katrina to protect themselves and their own families.
Remember how I said earlier in this speech that the farmers need to give up their farms before 2030, specifically that year? Yeah, so that's not a coincidence. That year doesn't come out of nowhere. So that year is basically the deadline that our global elites have given our country and will probably give you to abide by these new regulations. And that agenda is called the 2030 Agenda. And now I have a slide showing you what that entails. So the 2030 Agenda is a United Nations agenda. So there we go. Everybody is part of the United Nations, right? The entire world. And this agenda consists of 17 what they call sustainable development goals. And when you take a look at them right there, you're like, well, what's wrong with that? You know, they all seem very noble. No poverty, no hunger. Who could be against that? However, if we take a closer look at how they actually want to accomplish all of this, anybody with 2 functioning brain cells realizes that this cannot happen unless there is an active and maybe even forceful redistribution of goods, foods, property, and our rights, which basically comes down to the obliteration of all of our basic liberties and our rights. And these goals, as I said, are not
Y'all, this shit right here is crazy as f. This is the 2025 Economist cover. As y'all can see, look at all the symbolism in the back. I'm pretty sure this one with Donald Trump just happened yesterday, last night to be exact. We all know that there's a new virus out too. These buildings are eerie similar to the California city, right? We all know what's going on in Cali right now. We are predicted to have one of the worst sun solar flares this year. All I'm saying is take a good look at this. Y'all can put together what y'all think, but all I'm saying is this shit crazy, fool. We had this. So beautiful, ain't it? So sad. Crazy.
Is that a reach to y'all?
Can you see with the camera? What is it? Is it like a cat with flashing eyes or something? Not coming in clear enough. Is that a drone? Yeah. That's a big old drone. Gotta be 5 foot big, right? What is an animal? Looks like a mountain lion. like a big old cougar or something. South Africa on the field.
This guy's a minute and a half takes forever.
That shit could be glue team, but that looked like a lion or a mountain lion or a cat.
A land beyond the ice wall, and our realm is a prison.
They created, in my personal opinion, the perfect firestorm that allowed this situation to propagate because they have the 2028 Olympics coming up. And we know that in Rio de Janeiro, 22,000 people, civilian citizens living there, displaced. Wow. Nowhere to go. The same thing was going to happen in LA. Quite convenient that a fire did it anyway. And now that these people will never get these houses rebuilt, they'll be forced to move. And they'll be able to rebuild that city in a way that they want it. Brand new developments, brand new luxury housing, brand new plazas and malls and everything else. This has been laid out, in my opinion, for years, just waiting for the right opportunity, and the right opportunity finally presented itself. And then you have another public official that came on in an interview talking about getting the legal team together and being so excited and smiling. We're going to be rebuilding LA. It's going to be LA 2.0, and we've already been fast tracking this situation, and we got the developers locked in, while people are still struggling to find a place to sleep tomorrow. And the best that they've got is a guarantee that they'll get $700 from the government, which is peanuts. To me, it looks like the Hawaii situation. It looks like another land grab. Things happen on this level. They happen in such a big scale that the illusion is so great that the average person will fail to see exactly what's going on.
Big woke. Now look though. When you see these on the Egyptian wall, this is symbolizing the needers that could travel into different dimensions, right? The circle above their head is called an egg of metamorphosis. You can see this is symbolized by a 90-degree angle shift, right? Different dimensions is separated by 90 degrees. When you see them traveling up a wall of a 90-degree angle, that's what that's symbolizing, right? Now keep listening, the Jews is coming. Now remember I told you it's called the egg of metamorphosis, right? That's what you see above the heads. That's what makes them needers, the power to travel in that 90-degree angle shift, right? I'm gonna show you how different dimensions and all that shit correlate with music. Listen. So once you travel and do that 90-degree angle shift, you can physically leave at will. Now I'm gonna show you how dimensions work. You see how let's just pick the E key on the piano, right? You see how this is your dimension, but there's a very definite spot where the next dimension is? This is how this works. I'm gonna show you, listen. We live in a 7.23 centimeter wavelength, right? You know, like on a computer when the base.
Why they do that? Why they let him get the going and then they cut him off, bro? Damn.
What's up, everyone? I just had to stop in this abandoned mall. It's actually where I grew up. I used to come here. It used to be packed. It's very strange walking in here. Here's a food court, just completely empty. Every store, there's literally no one in this place. Every store is locked up, closed up, abandoned. Everything's down, shut down. It's kind of strange feeling. I feel like I'm in that movie or that video game, The Last of Us. Well, it's the last of shopping, right? Because we're going through this massive awakening. Everything is changing, folks. No more consumerism. No more shopping. Okay? Yeah, I know we have Amazon. Everyone's lazy. They hang out at home and order everything on Amazon. But that's eventually for the awakened ones. On the positive timeline, we're moving away from that regardless. But regardless, whether it looks like chaos, whether it looks scary or not, it's all in divine orchestration, people. The simulation is ending. The clown show circus matrix is ending. No more shopping. It's time to start living. Time to start being. 2025 is going to be a year of great change. I could already feel it. But this is amazing to see. All the malls, I wish
is when the universe pick you and you put on the magic glasses. There's rules that go with them. You can never take them off. You never see things as they're supposed to be. You see things as they are. And you can never force nobody else to wear them.
How y'all feel about wearing y'all magic glasses? How's it feel? How's it feel? Some people I know gonna be like, bro, it's crazy. Some people gonna say it's a blessing. For me, it's a little bit of both. Sometimes it could be a blessing. It's always a blessing. Sometimes it could be a challenge. Sometimes you could be tested. But I wouldn't trade that shit for nothing. I wouldn't trade it. I'm glad that I actually got those glasses on. But y'all tell me how y'all feel about wearing them and rocking them. And yeah. But the clip before that, he says that he feels like 2025 gonna be a year of great change. I'm gonna put that in the atmosphere in the universe as well. Y'all go ahead and spam that up if you agree. Let's manifest that positive change. Let's manifest that. Go ahead and spam it up.
Don't trust anyone. Watch this.
Check this out, y'all. This man went from looking 35 to 8 years old. That's insane. Do not trust anyone. Ain't no way. Oh
my. Shit is crazy. We always see that.
All right, y'all. What is it gonna take? What is it gonna take for us to listen? I'm like sick to my stomach, okay? I've heard the rumors and I'm guilty of it, taking my kids to go eat at McDonald's, but today took my girls to go get their normal Happy Meals and got a 10-piece for my 6-year-old, and she bit down into one of her chicken nuggets and she says that, she hurt her teeth. And so I'm looking at it and I pulled this out. She pulls this out. She hands it to me, okay? And I'm freaking out. Baby, where's your tooth? What happened? How'd you lose a tooth? How did you lose a tooth in your chicken nuggets? It's not her tooth, y'all. This is not my baby's tooth. But this is a baby's tooth. This was someone's baby's tooth. This is disgusting, and this is what we're eating. This is what we're feeding our kids. This is a human tooth. This is a baby tooth, and I say baby no more than 6 years old. This is a tooth. Y'all, this is a baby tooth, and we're eating this shit. And you mother are still gonna go continue to eat from there. Look at this. Where?
Did the kids say that's my tooth, Mom? I'm gonna have to go back and look, but if that's true and that is somebody else's, like another kid's tooth in McDonald's food, then that definitely confirms what we already knew what the case was. Come on, bro. We already know. Y'all done told me. Watch what? Soylent Green? Bro, hey, I just started watching some of it last night. I fell asleep on it, but that's neither here nor there, man. We already knew that that's a touchy subject. Y'all spam up y'all thoughts and opinions, man. How y'all reacting? I'ma lose it. And I'm gonna make sure I take that shit, we gonna have to we gotta try to make that shit public. Like, I'm glad I got that one on TikTok before the ban came, because that was literally like a couple hours before the ban. So thank God.
What up, everybody? It's Angel Dust. I get questions all day long, and they're really good questions, and I like to answer them as they come in so I don't get too far behind. How do I operate with impunity? I hate to say this because people laugh. It sounds really exotic in America, but half my life I grew up in Europe. My mom is Swiss royalty. American businessmen and higher-ups think that is very exotic. It sounds stupid when I say it out loud, but that's the reality. My dad worked his ass off, got to a certain level in the military, and married into my mother's royal family, which basically secured his spot at the top. My dad had a lot of power, so they have a very hard time with me because there will be European repercussions if they do. Right now, I'm just a fly buzzing around. They think I'm crazy, which is fine. As long as we don't name names, we don't mention their corporations, we don't mention their businesses, we are good to operate and discuss. Once again, the mask is required. It is an anonymous organization. I would be flouting their rules if I went unmasked and I started talking about who I was further than my story. I cannot mention my name. You can't either. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate your support. It's great to hear from you every day. Peace, love, stay safe, and shine on.
But his tattoo shows a lot too. That neck tat.
The National Guard men and women that have been on here. We pre-positioned 120 engines, helicopters, dozers, water tenders. We did that on Sunday, 2 days before this event.
To rebuild these communities back and rebuild them better than they were when we started this fire.
Man-made, for sure.
We have this ice storm heading into the northeast, and you know, it's interesting, Tom. We have this catastrophic ice over here, but fire rampaging over here. Loads of heavy precipitation by this very natural atmospheric crack over here, but nearly 0% humidity and hurricane force winds over here. Highly unusual, especially for this time of year. What a coincidental tragedy. And just before the fires began, we had this strange but natural cloud formation in southern Nevada. Remember that, David? And when it got over the top of LA, coincidentally, a gorgeous light show of the zippity zip zaps jumped on radar. I tell you what, David, it's almost like Mother Earth herself pushed all the moisture and chilling temps to the east, drying out the west to insane levels. And then lit a match on the entire city. Nature is wild, isn't it, David? It sure can be, Ariana. And again, the name's Kevin. And Stephen, before we move on, I took the liberty of collecting some civilian footage for today's live broadcast. And these were taken just this week. Hey. Wow, look at that plume of smoke. Whoa, what was that? Probably just a bird, Stephen. Really fast bird. Wait a minute, is that the same thing? Yes, David. You know, there are birds all over the world. But it's glowing. Yes, David, that's probably because it's on fire. Whoops, how'd that get in there? Gosh, I had no idea trash bins were fireproof. Okay, wait a minute. Are you telling me you're not seeing this? Seeing what, David?
And see, if the news was like that, we probably would be watching it. But it ain't like that. It's on TikToker, now that's Instagram, so we watching it. It's the real shit. We want to know the real shit. We don't want to know the fake stuff and fake news that they keep giving us. We tired of that, bro. It ain't making sense. Make it make sense. 1%.
The hardest lesson to learn in life when you got a big heart is letting people bump their head. Realizing that some people are in the position that they're in because they choose to. Them people struggling in life right now because they, even if you done stood in the same line and see people fall continuously the same way, and you find a way that they're not used to, gang, they end up trying to beef with you because you're trying to help them. Help them see that you can do life a whole different way. Yeah, I done had people that I done try to motivate, try to get them to see, gang, you don't have to crash out to make some money. You ain't got to crash out for an image, literally walking off that bridge. To show people that it's a whole nother way, then they'll turn around and get mad at me. And you who got that big heart, sometimes you're going to have to learn to just let people be. You got to love them for who they is, because they ain't going to never change. Some of them will never see it your way, so focus on you. But if you're one of those people who want to learn how to get it out the mud another way, I done found the place where you can sell water cases, gang, literally water cases, and get $70 a pop. Y'all want to learn how to do that and stop walking off the cliff? Comment down below, H2O gang. I'm sending your DMs. I done been putting people on plays for about a year now. Who finally gonna walk across the bridge?
I'm gonna give you a list of entertainers and celebrities that are actually extraterrestrial in origin that you may not have known. Most may not be aware that Elvis is actually a Venusian. Elvis is actually from the planet Venus. Now, there's a lot of extraterrestrial biological entities that walk amongst us that look identical to us, that actually have slight variations that you would never tell aren't human in origin. They're human, they are humanoids, but they aren't from Eridu. They aren't from the planet Earth or Tiamat. Nikola Tesla was another Venusian, okay, the one that invented the 369 method, okay, and actually had the concept of free energy. Nikola Tesla was actually a Venusian. Chris Brown is actually from planet Procyon. He even demonstrated clues in the album he came out with called Indigo, okay. You can see the UFOs on the very top. You see the extraterrestrial biological entities on the left and the right side, and this orchestrates extraterrestrials here. Some even allege that he has connection to planet Venus due to the Aphrodite tattoo on his head. We all know that Aphrodite has a direct connection to the planet Venus. Prince is also extraterrestrial in origin and displays several characteristics of the Anunnaki, all right, in regards to their Ethereal qualities and how they could phase in and out of existence. There are several entertainers that actually told stories of Prince and basically how he would just pop up out of nowhere, almost like he walked in and out of a portal. This is the same reports of the Anunnaki when the KGB and different individuals like Vladimir Putin had run-ins with the Anunnaki and stated that they would literally just pop up out of nowhere, like they can open up a portal. Elon Musk is also another extraterrestrial biological entity, okay, the CEO of Tesla. This is why he's so captivated with the induction of artificial intelligence. In fact, there was a scene on Men in Black International that actually hinted at this particular concept.
You It's never who you think it is.
Now, I don't know about all the first ones he was naming, but Elon, something awful, bro. Some of y'all before, how y'all feel about Elon? And some of y'all was like, you don't trust him. Some said that y'all trust Trump because y'all rock with him, but y'all, the verdict was still out on Elon. I feel it. I feel it. Elon, I already can go ahead and say for me, I don't trust him. I don't at all, not in the slightest. I don't trust him.
Infrared from the satellites. Now wait for it. What is that? Did y'all see that? That is laser. And on the screen you can see what they often use that for, I'm sure. Apparently this is coming from Daywalker 378. But we got more on this.
What up, everybody? It's Angel Dust. Why does the Illuminati make us wear masks when we are interfacing with the public at large? I get asked this question all day long, and at this point I feel like I have to address it or I'm going to lose my mind. I'm not hiding from them, I'm hiding from you. The ceremonial nature of masks is profound. However, if you repress people for hundreds of years, and you think when the revolution comes, they're not going to come after you with the guillotine, you are tripping balls. They are coming for you. So whereas masks started off a ceremonial capacity, it became a fundamental part of taking care of ourselves. So here we are. I'm breaking the code by coming out and talking, right? They know who I am. They're crying about who I am. You're here to learn about the bullshit they pull every day on every one of us, and I'm here to tell you all about it. You can call me a fake, I don't care. You can tell me I'm full of shit, I just don't care, brother. Wake up and smell the coffee. Shit is bananas right now. I know why. And I'm gonna keep talking about it, and I'm never gonna shut up. We're starting a Discord so we can go way deeper, and I'm gonna be doing live streams to get past this ridiculous minute-and-a-half limitation that we have here. Sign up in my bio and shine on.
The five-headed angel, huh? He got some dope shit, I'm not gonna lie.
So it took for TikTok getting banned and y'all hopping on this red note to see how cooked the states is compared to other countries, gang? So you mean to tell me that y'all honestly couldn't see that it's $30 a meal every time you walk outside the house? And y'all going through the comments, and now y'all seeing these foreigners telling y'all that they only work 30 hours, not even 30 hours out the week. And they can afford food, they can afford all of their bills. While y'all sitting over here with 2 jobs, working 60 hours a week, and still struggling. This is the reason why I literally packed my bags and moved all the way across the world. See, I'm not y'all. Y'all gonna see all the signs and y'all gonna bullshit, y'all gonna still take it. But you actually got the option to go explore other areas. Go see new countries, gang. Live better than you was when you was in America. Now, y'all go to Red Note and y'all go look in them comments. Y'all gonna see what I'm talking about. But I'm also putting y'all on, gang. If y'all want to learn how y'all can travel the world and make that bag while you're doing it, comment down below ATM, gang. I'm gonna show you how to make a bag off of content so you can get the Red Note told you first.
Now that was a Red Note clip. Had to go ahead and just let y'all know shit gonna be alright. Shit gonna be cool. Information still gonna be pushed. The entertainment, for entertainment purposes, this content still will be pushed. But I hope that that clip can stay in here. It was The Simpsons. As of lately, The Simpsons have been getting copyright, so I can't get them out there like that. I hope this clip right here can be. Says a lot, as The Simpsons always does. I know some of y'all be like, man, it's scripted. Some people say who created The Simpsons has a lot to do with why the truth is in The Simpsons. There's a lot of different theories. We took that rabbit hole already. Maybe we dive back down that later on. But y'all know we made it to the end of this, and if you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop them uploads. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos every smooth 7. This is for entertainment purposes as well, and when you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, helps Collective grow, helps Collective get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. But I ain't gonna hold y'all, man. If you watch on your TV, I appreciate you as well. It's all love. I hope you having a smooth 7. Hey, I love y'all Collective, but again, remember what I said, keep y'all head up, vibrate high, don't vibrate low. Man, positive energy, let's push the positive change. So with that being said, until I see y'all in the next one, y'all know what it is. We gone.
Ay, yeah, I just check my count, sheesh, at the amount, you probably know what I'm